Thank you, Madam Speaker. I can only say thanks to our colleagues who have spoken already. Madam Speaker, it is good for us to put this issue of migration in some perspective, or else we will be passing a law giving a go-ahead on migration, free movement of people and goods, and to have the right to settlement. At the same time, trying to discourage it. In my view, the only difference between those who are now stranded, for the lack of better word, in Agadez, and our other brothers who are migrating through other means, is because those who have gone and settled in other countries had a means to move. Those ones who are in Agadez, maybe because of economic reasons, they travel in that manner. Madam Speaker, this is West Africa. There are movements across the borders. In our individual countries, you will realize that some of those who even hold top positions in other countries migrated from other countries and they settled in other areas, in Liberia, in the police. There are high-ranking officers in our police who are from Benin, and the list can go on. Madam Speaker, I think the issue of the conference, before the passage of the law in Niger, transportation of migrants was legal until the Parliament of Niger passed a law to stop the transportation of migrants. I think this is one of the areas that we should look at. The content of that law, except as much as we do not want to control what laws are passed in their country. But before the passage of this law, migrants wouldn't have this huge problem. In fact, transportation was a source of employment for these people. So I would think that a conference in Niger is important, and I would think one of the elements that should be looked at in that conference should be a review of that law. We went to a site with hundreds of vehicles that belong to those who were transporting those migrants. Now, with the passage of that law, it becomes illegal to transport these migrants, so those vehicles are parked and spoiling, and the movement now is illegal. So I think we should take a look at that. The number of persons in the centers. Somebody wanted to know, our colleague from Nigeria, that the number of Nigerians that we met, that is mentioned in this report, is understated. The center that we visited is the center that is responsible for those who have accepted to be repatriated. But there is a huge number of people who are not at that center. So it is important for us to note here that the magnitude of the problem that we are looking at now, as reflected in this report, will be far less than the real issue, the real situation, because that number that we are discussing now is the number of those who have accepted, who are registered to be repatriated. What is happening to those who have not accepted to be repatriated to their different countries? It means we still have a huge problem. On the issue of the borders, there is a huge situation between Niger and Libya, which we did not attend to because of the time and resource constraints. So I would think, Madam Speaker, this situation should be the leadership of the Parliament, the Bureau of the Parliament, should take a keen look at this issue and see to determine the magnitude of what we are discussing, even before the conference, even before the forum. Whether we should have the forum, we should have conferences in our different countries before the forum, in my mind, it shouldn't be a precondition. There is a recommendation that says that the construction of the center will be the responsibility of the ECOWAS Commission. It's in paragraph 111 of our recommendation. So we have already defined who takes the responsibility. So I would think that without taking much of the time, I think, Madam Speaker, the Bureau of the Parliament, the leadership, the Speaker, and the Deputy Speakers, and the leadership should take this issue and look at it so that before the forum, we are able to determine the full magnitude of the situation, then we define a way forward. But I do not think that those who are there because of laziness. Yes, in some instances, but in our different countries, there are situations, there are economic conditions. In Ivory Coast, he reported a few persons came and the president gave them some money, but that would just be maybe 0.001% of the entire number of people who are in need of employment. If the president gave few persons some money, they say a huge issue of unemployment. The way our policies are drive our young people away. We have companies in our countries that employ foreigners and deny citizens, even in West Africa. I think those things are driving our people away. So I would think that we shouldn't be in a haste to say they are lazy. Yes, I agree there are capacity issues, but if we're not careful, we mind that they are lazy, and then our eyes will be drifted away from finding an amicable and a lasting solution for these people. So I think that they are our citizens. We need to look at them with passion and see how we can draw up a sustainable and a lasting solution for these people. Thank you very much, Madam President.